developed countries, there is among our general population a genuine compassion towards those that are in need. There is a recognition, and it is said that our efforts to combat poverty and disease do not and cannot work. That there are some places beyond hope, that certain people and regions are condemned to an endless circle of suffering. But here in SDG, we put those needs to rest. Today we set aside the skepticism and we lift up the hope that is available to us through collective action. People and nations can rise into prosperity despite the rudeness of our world and the ravages of diseases. Millions of lives can be saved if only we are focused and if we work together. A belief, a capacity in the dignity of every individual, and a recognition that we, each of us, can play a small part to play in lifting up people all around the world. That is the message that we are sending here today. And because of the work of so many who are assembled here today, we can point to past success. And yet, we are also here today because we understand that our work is nowhere near done. We can take pride in the little work that we have been accomplished, but we cannot remain relaxed. And so today, we commit ourselves to new sustainable development goals, and we do so understanding how difficult that this task will be. We suffer no illusions from the challenges that are ahead, but we understand this is something that we must commit ourselves to, because in doing so, we recognize that our most basic bond, our common humanity, compels us to act. Just a little thing to know about sustainable development. It is defined as a means of utilizing resources for the purpose of meeting human needs, while still being conscious of the bigger picture that the conservation of the environment should permit future generations with the same resources, so that they also will meet their needs without depleting those resources. It is a concept that seeks to make aware those that are living not to be oblivious of the fact that the future generation will require the same resources, and so even as they use the resources, not to compromise on the ability of those resources, using the means in the future, so as not putting the future in jeopardy. It means consuming less than nature's ability to replenish these resources. And we commit ourselves as nations, as one world, to the urgent work that must be done, to standing with families as we work and strive for a better life. We reaffirm that supporting development is not charity, but instead is one of the smartest investments we can make in our own future. After all, it is lack of development when people have no education and no jobs and no homes. A feeling our basic human dignity is being violated that hence fuels so much of the tensions and conflict and instability to our world. To ending the injustice of extreme poverty, to upholding the inherent dignity of every human, whatever it takes, we can't let them down, and with your help we won't. Thank you all for listening. We are SGD Advocate Champion. SGD. Thank you all.
Change. We are role model.
Role model.
HIV generation.
Good afternoon, State Coordinator, Staff, Camp Director, and I'm starting another existing protocols. So, as the HIV/AIDS group, our aim is to create awareness and sensitize people about HIV/AIDS. HIV, which means human immune virus, and AIDS, which means acquired immunodeficiency syndrome. So our group, we are here to create awareness to people and also to sensitize people on the myths that are surrounding AIDS. Many people believe that you can only contract AIDS through sexual intercourse, and there are other means. It's not limited to sexual intercourse. We can also contract AIDS through other means, such as sharing piercing objects. If you are sharing piercing objects such as blades, nail cutters, any object that makes you that makes contact of body, such as the semen, vaginal, and blood. So our group is, what we are doing in our group is to create awareness and sensitize people about HIV/AIDS. Fine, HIV doesn't have cure, but it can be cared for. So that's our aim. That's the purpose of our group. CPEX,
Agents of change.
Agents of change.
We are role models.
Can we please sing this song? Another challenge, yo.
Another challenge, yo. Another challenge, yo. Double challenge, yo. Another challenge, yo. Another challenge, yo. Another challenge, yo. Double challenge, yo. This is my mama for me. I know sabi
Blessing Omotola with state code number 839. And here is my colleague.
Elijah, National Drug Law Enforcement Agency. NDLEA is a federal law enforcement agency that was established under Decree 48 of 29 December 1989. NDLEA happens to be, it was under the then president of, under the then military president, Ibrahim Badamasi Babangida, and was further amended under Act Cap N30 of the Law of the Federation of Nigeria, 2004. NDLEA is saddled with the responsibility of eliminating drug trafficking and consumption in Nigerian society. The current Chief Executive Officer of NDLEA is known as Brigadier General Mohammed Buba Marwa, retired.
Thank you. We fight against drug abuse in the society because it has been realized that drug abuse has done more harm than good in our society generally. So I and my ever-ready, able volunteers of NDLEA, NYLC, Oyo and Lagos, we've been trained and sensitized on the danger that drug abuse causes to the whole society. So we are here this morning, as the military says, morning sir. We are here to let our members know and assure that in our places of primary assignments, we take it up as a responsibility, being a good citizen of Nigeria who is intelligent and ready to give back to the society. That we will sensitize the people, we will train them on how to fight against drug abuse, on how to desist from taking drug. Because we will let them know that this drug affects them physically, psychologically, and it has done more harm than good to the family and the environment and society and Nigeria at large. So we want to say that we say no to drug and we say yes to life, because no one do drug and survive or win. God bless you. Thank you. NDLEA, war against drug abuse.
Red Cross.
Good afternoon, sirs and ma'ams. Good afternoon, everybody, and congratulations. So, without wasting our time, we're just going to tell you in brief what Red Cross is about. So, Red Cross was founded by Sir Donat. On his way to a business trip, he came across some soldiers that had suffered some injuries from war, and he saw that they were not being attended to, and saw how, without intervening, their lives would have gone to waste. So he put aside his business trip and decided to stay on the battlefield and help the soldiers that were injured. And in memory of this wonderful and selfless man, Red Cross, he started Red Cross with a committee of 5 people, and eventually it grew into something much bigger. And over time, a lot of volunteers are always welcome, irrespective of whatever course you might have studied previously, as the training covers everything that you could possibly need to help and assist the needy or to help and assist the injured whenever you come across them. So over the years, we have been trained by 7 principles of the Red Cross, and we have been taught to live not only by these principles whenever we are attending to casualties or injured people, but to also apply them in our daily lives.
Okay, thank you. My name is Adeyemi Dauda. What is first aid? First aid is the first treatment, the skills treatment given to a casualty at the point or spot where of the occurrence, and also with the available resources. Who is the first aider? A first aider is the person who possesses the skills, knowledge to administrate a first aid. And also, we have 3 scope. We have 3 aim in first aid. 3 aim of first aid: to preserve life, to prevent the condition from getting worse, and also to aid quick recovery. And we have scope of Red Cross. Scope of Red Cross For the scope of records, we have diagnosis, we have treatment, and we have disposal. For diagnosis, that's where we see the symptoms. We have the sign. The symptoms is what you observe. The sign is what you observe. The symptoms is what the casualty tell you. And also we have the history, which when you get to what they call it, an incident or a point where something happened, before you touch the casualty, you have to ask for the history of what really happened before you can touch the person. So after that, you have quality of a good first aider. For a good first aider, you have to be very observant, resourceful, tactful, honest, sympathy, cheerful, and neat. We have golden rules of first aid. Golden rules of first aid, we call it Dr. ABCD. D stands for danger. You have to check for danger before you can respond to any casualty. Your own safety come first. If you see any casualty, try to check for danger before you move closer. Maybe what actually affects the person still around, which can also affect you also. So respond once you get there. Before you touch the person, try to call. Like hello, call for response. If the person will not respond, you can tap the person. Then after that, check the airways. We have the airways now, you have the nose, the ear, the mouth. But we have to check it. If there is any blockage, you have to check it and open the airways to check if there is no blockage. Also, we have the breathing, So we have to check the person. Is the person still conscious or unconscious? If the person is conscious, the person will still be breathing a little. But if it's unconscious, you quickly know, so you know what to do next. Then we have the compression. That's where we check for the blood circulation. You check for the blood circulation. If the person wear anything tight, maybe materials, you have to lose every tightening, because sometimes it may be caused for maybe short of or transport of blood to some parts. So that's why you have to check for the compression also. So responsibility of a first aider: assess the situation quickly. Also, casualty, also identify as soon as possible what you can do for the person and how you can move the person to the. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. On this note, I will be moving to the state coordinator, NYC or your state, for his speech. The state coordinator, sir.
The camp director, camp commandant, who are the owners of those here there? Team leads, distinguished camp members, ladies and gentlemen, with what I have heard this afternoon from you, that's not in this form. I'm well informed, because information is ammunition. It's a weapon. And if you are not informed, you are deformed. Be a reformer, not a deformer. If you are able to populate and publicize this information, when you will find yourself in various places of primary assembly, NYC is satisfied. Ranging from human sustainable development goals. Yes, it is true. Nigeria is good in writing and good in making plans, good plans. What are those people skipping? Housing for all, health for all, everything for all, employment for all. Has it come to an existence? You see, sometimes I wonder and question some of these programs. Now we have gone beyond Millennium Development Goals by 2020, 20 December, 20 like that, to 20, yes, the year 2000, for the 2024, like that. That is Millennium Development Goals. To see how this thing will come to the end. 2020 came, I was thinking water for all, housing for all, employment for all, nothing. I keep on imagining. Later, they suddenly change it to Sustainable Development Goal. What are you sustaining? What are we sustaining? If those things are on front burner, they are on ground, and I say let us sustain it or maintain it, because if you cannot sustain, you cannot maintain, and you cannot attain. So I don't know what we are sustaining. Is it poverty sustenance? But it is meant for poverty eradication. Are you hearing? Yes, and average Nigeria is living below poverty line. So on our own, we came out and fueled what those sustainable development goals, whether they are in existence or not, on paper or in practical. Those are questions that we need to address our conscience as a nation. Let me shock you. Egypt, with just the presence of Lebanon, Egypt turned around. Egypt was located in the heart of Sahara Desert, where rainfall or precipitation is highly infinitesimal to support growth of any vegetation. But today, Nigeria running to Egypt. The passage of River Nile alone. That's why in my question, they say no Nile, no Egypt. What is the meaning? Nile, you go to Victoria down, literally. Further important, that's what they say, no Nile, no Egypt. If that Nile is not there, Egypt is a dead country. Just water. Nigeria, we have River Benue, River Niger, River Todonga, River Kaduna, River Katsina, River Ocean. You cannot need them. Just one river passed through Egypt and revolutionized the economy of Egypt. When I look at Nigeria, go to Brazil, very poor nation, but rich government, good government. That's why I find Brazilians playing football to generate money for their country. But men and women, they are into sport, nothing to give them anything. So they develop their sport. That's why you see Brazil on top of sports in the world. Of Nigeria, are we talking of oil that we cannot even maintain? Oil is everywhere on tap in Nigeria. The one that, what they call the shore oil, the one they are clamoring, stealing, and pipelining, pipe in, pipe out. The other deposit of oil in Nigeria yet to be exploited. Me, as a person, I still believe and have hope in this nation. The situation will turn again. When these old cargoes will be away, they are the one recycling from governor to the House of Rep. House of Rep, because the money they kept, they want to come and sustain that theft. They will still come to reject themselves round. But with time, they will expire. We have an expiring date so that this nation, Nigeria, people will sweat to get visa to come to Nigeria. And maybe it is your time when you are going to be governor or president. I say enough is enough. That's why some of these messages are put on the table for you to see how we can manage it. So ladies and gentlemen, we are so proud. We had HIV as well. Come on. What concerns Nigeria with HIV? Where homosexuality was practiced far back in 1981 in a foreign country. Our people imported it to Nigeria. It was imported. It was not originated here. We joined them. And it's all over. However, they say if you are not infected, you are affected. Why you are going to the field? Preach the message and not the disease. Who heard from the NDLEA because of idle mind, youth have no option, nothing to occupy them. They take to drugs as a succor. Either it will mire them, turn them to other psychological defects, but make them in whichever form. At the orientation course here, I know one or two cases who hit cocaine, marijuana in their pants. Discovered on this guy, but you don't know. We don't tell you. By NDLEA officers. Some were still managing here. Not disclosed. Why? That is why orientation course is packaged to give you the light. You are now becoming a light bearer, touch bearer, light giver, opinion leader where you are going, to tell others who are coming behind. These are dangers of what we are seeing. Our colleagues who couldn't come because of drug, some drop out of school because of it. Some refuse to even graduate because of drug. It's a message. Without passage, there will be no message. So you are the passage where this message will pass through to the ground. The presentation made by Red Cross, First Aid, we did demonstration, even in your own community, or the whole community, even the office you work. And somebody fell down, you'll be able to know how to repair. Leave him alone.
Get together.
Make it very clear. If you don't have insight, you cannot make impact. You go out there, you be good ambassadors for the NYC. Yeah. But I'm very sure, I'm very confident that this phase is something, as the name says, sustainable development goal. What you have gathered here, go to the field and sustain it. Maintain it. On this note, I want to take this for volunteering to be one, although I'll take this message to the targeted audience in your state. I wish you all the best on behalf of the camp community and my colleagues. A memorable and fruitful service. Thank you and God bless you.
Thank you very much, the state coordinator. We are very grateful for your time, despite the busy schedules today, which we quite understand. Thank you very much, and your children are very happy. In fact, we have not overwhelmed with them. They have missed the graduation ceremony. So thank you for making the chance. For permission, sir, the state coordinator.
My special corps members, good morning this morning. Yes, I call you special because you are special indeed. Out of all the corps members on camp, you distinguish yourself, you make up yourself right from this camp, you make impact on your host community. And what you are determined, you are able to go through the training session that all you are already and what you are now, you are going to make difference. So I want you to go down or die in you. Because we have seen people like you coming out even before you. And by the time they get to the field, you don't hear anything about them again. I don't want you to allow your own to be like that. So I want to encourage us. Even after most of us were going down to sensitize, we should not stop at the level of sensitizing alone. As group and as individual, let's see what we can do to bring out those victims out of their predicament and to rehabilitate them. You will have done better by doing that. Because some of the time when you just sensitize them, they want to have a changed life, but they may not have the means. But by helping them to create the means for them to get out completely, if you do that, the nation will increase in you in Jesus' name. Amen. SDG, congratulations once again.
With the permission of the SC, we proceed to the closing remarks from the camp director for the 2023 batch 822. Corpus Christi.
Wow.
If you remember very well in the morning, I spoke to you about crowd and getting lost among crowd. You have a crowd in the camp, and if you are not careful enough, you will get lost. But this afternoon, I want to congratulate you because you have shown that sign of not getting lost in the crowd. So appreciate yourself first. There is nothing much to say more than to encourage you. What you have done, you are making an impact. And that impact will get you somewhere. Like I always say, I want to quote Stephen Credit again. He said, I expect to pass this way but once. Therefore, any good thing I'm going to do, or any mercy I'm going to bestow on my fellow creature, let me do it now. Let me not defer or neglect it, for I shall not pass this way again. Today you are writing your name in history. Today you are putting your feet in the sand of time. You are using indelible ink to write your name. Yes, you have sworn to that oath to carry out the assignment given to you today. Like our mommy here said, don't go out after the orientation because it fizzles out. When you fizzle out, it means you have lost out of the crowd. The assignments you have been given, please do it well. Represent the interests of that group that you belong. Touch lives. Put little smiles on the faces of people. That little smile and make them to smile forever. For those of you who are in NDLEA, fine, you have an assignment to do. You know the havoc drug abuse is presently doing in the life of the young ones, even to the primary school level. Please, wherever you are posted, keep the light shining. And for the Red Cross, it's an international organization. You may not know the meaning of that Red Cross group that you belong to now until later in life. And for every other ones that you are in one group or the other, like we say, continue to keep the flag flying. God bless you as you are going in this journey of 1 year service to your fatherland. It is well with all of you.
Thank you.